Is it not amazing and overwhelming to see that all that the Tinubu administration, coupled with the House of Assembly, garnished with NBC, which is the National Broadcasting Commission, on how they are trying very hard to see that they silence the voice of Nigeria? Is it not amazing that an artist in the person of Eedris Abdulkareem released a song that expose and explain the hardship that all Nigerians, even the so-called politicians, can relate with in the society? And the next thing they could do is to ban the music for being televised. That is the thing they could do. And it's also very, very amazing that Amnesty International has now come out to speak against the decision of the federal government in banning the music published by Eedris Abdulkareem, saying, "Tell your papa." There was a viral video where Tinubu, the son of the president, came out and said his father is the greatest Nigeria president. And that music asked him a question. If your father is the greatest Nigeria president, has anything changed in the society? What has he done? So tell your papa that Nigerians are going through suffering. Tell your papa that petrol has not been a luxury. Tell your papa that eating is not a luxury. Tell your papa that Nigerians are dying, insecurity everywhere. Tell your papa, who you say is the best president, that Nigerians are giving up. Many are falling into lagoons because they can no longer strive in Nigeria. So thank God, now Amnesty International, they came out and they said that Tinubu and whosoever that is responsible should find a way to see how they will revoke the ban that was issued against the broadcasting of Eedris Abdulkareem's latest song. That it is a direct assault and violation of the freedom of speech. Now, talking about freedom of speech, I'm talking about the system of government that Nigeria operates, which is democratic system. Which kind of country can operate in a safe democratic system where the people cannot speak? Which kind of a country can succeed in a democratic system where the people, all the national assemblies they are trying to do is to see how they make sure that everybody in the society keep their mouth shut? A democratic society, one thing that make it to strive and to succeed is freedom of speech, where people can voice out their problem, where people can voice out their pain, where people can voice out their suffering. And they are voicing out their suffering is not to condemn maybe the administration. It is to also call the administration to sit up in their policies, because they are like the Bola Ahmed Tinubu policies now. The only thing we are seeing in his policies is suffering, hardship. Hardship is what we are seeing. So in a safe democratic system, freedom of speech is very, very important. People must be allowed to express themselves. People must be allowed to speak their mind. People must be allowed to say what is happening in their state, in their community, so that they will also alert the government to carry out their duty safe and sound in helping the society. This is the reason why it is good that freedom of speech is allowed in a safe and democratic society. But what we are saying is that they want to keep Nigeria short. They want to make sure that we don't speak. They want to make sure that we don't speak. They are beating us and they are telling us not to cry. Nigerians can no longer eat. They can no longer feed. So I want to say kudos to Amnesty International for coming out to defend Nigerians. These people, they are shocking us. And at the same time, they don't want us to speak. They don't want us to speak. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. People are dying in several states, crying out for insecurity and all that is happening in various states in the country, and the president is doing nothing. Today, as we speak, the president is in France receiving treatment, but before he left the country, he told the nation that he is going on a visa or a business visa, I don't know, that he is going there for business, deceiving the whole country. While the president of France, Macron, is in Egypt carrying out his own meeting. He is in France receiving treatment, but deceived the whole nation. And they say we should not cry. I think it is high time Nigerians will open their mouth wide and speak loud. I think it is high time Nigerians will now use their voters card wisely. It is not time. Because the administration of Tinubu has assaulted and violates even our constitution, operating outside our constitution and enacting his own constitution. I call it the Tinubu 2023 constitution as amended, where from his own constitution he suspended and elected a governor, a deputy governor, and members of State House of Assembly. From his own constitution. From his own constitution, they are trying to silence the voice of the people. But thank God, Nigerians will not keep silent. We will speak our mind loud. And come 2027, our voters card will speak even louder. Our voters card will speak even louder. Tinubu must go. Because all we have seen in this government in his 2 years in office, it is pain. Hardship. Thank you, my people. This is just my little word that I want to share with us. So we should be ready for 2027 with our voters card to vote in the right person. Thank you.